All right, welcome back live right here, Pittsburgh CW. It's the nightly sports call on the Bordas and Bordas hotline, which is 412-575-2600. The other thing today, the Pirates traded gift and goal pay to Toronto for cash considerations or a player to be named later. Many believed he was the best defensive player in their system, but for whatever reason, he was not a guy they wanted on their 40-man roster. Austin Meadows is one of those guys. But, Gene, this seems like a little move, but to a lot of people out there, they thought, why do this? Because, you know, what are you going to get in return for gift and goal pay? Certainly you're not going to get Donaldson.
No, no. But the problem is gift, unfortunately, cannot hit, and it doesn't look like he's going to hit.
So they make a trade and see what they get in it. Meantime, you know, the Pirates came out with promotional schedules today, and they have a ton of things, but I noticed no McCutchen bobblehead.
Oh, did you know?
They have
did
a
you go over that?
No, they have a figurine night or something like that, and I'm just curious because they've had
There's
times.
a McCutchen promotion.
There is a McCutchen promotion. I think there were a lot of promotions, but what's your take on what happens to him?
I think they keep him. I think
until when?
Until they have to move him, but I don't think they have, and I think they certainly don't want to move him prior to the season just because of you know, the attendance. The attendance is you know, in the tank as it is.
Lisa on Twitter says, yet my hope is they let Kutch go play for a team to win it all. That will never be Pittsburgh. And I think, you know, it would be nice to see Andrew McCutchen with an opportunity to play for something like we saw last year with the Houston Astros, and they had guys, you know, pitcher like who was the guy, Justin Verlander, who was picked up, and he never had really an opportunity recently to be on a good team. They've been bad teams in Detroit, so
Carlos
they're up there.
Beltran.
Carlos Beltran, others. So I would like to see an opportunity for Andrew McCutchen.
Don't give up on the Pirates yet, Bob. I mean, let's not blow it up yet.
Jack in Greensburg. Hey, Jack, how are you?
Hello.
Hi.
I have one question. You know, most of these ball players go to school, extra, to college, that. How can they be so stupid that they know that they can get away with something?
Well, I mean, if you're referring to Marcus Gilbert, right? And
yes.
The PED. Well, they have to know because it's in, you know, Players Association versus the league when it comes to contractual language. They know what's there, what's not there, what's legal, what's not legal. To me, there are no accidents. You take something, you know, at least you should ask ahead of time, Gene, what's in this? Will I be in violation of anything? Because you're talking about $1 million in salary, number one, but also letting your team down at the worst possible time. So I think you have to know, don't you?
Oh, I think all these guys know, and I think they know how to beat it, too. I mean, I don't think Marcus Gilbert's the only NFL offensive lineman that's using PEDs. But, yeah, you have to, you know, most people know how to manage this, and don't make the assumption that everybody goes to college is smart.
All right, we're going to go to line 2. That's Ed in Baldwin. Ed is joining us right now on Pittsburgh CW, the Bordas and Bordas hotline. What's up, Ed?
Hey, how's it going?
Good, thanks.
Good. Hey, I was just thinking realistically, what do you think your guys' opinion of the Patriots and the Eagles for the Super Bowl?
It's a distinct possibility. The betting odds right now I saw tonight out of Vegas, #1 team in terms of betting odds, New England at 3-1. Both Pittsburgh and Philadelphia at 5-1. And when you watch Philadelphia last night dismantle Dallas, even without Zeke, it doesn't really matter because they're that good. Carson Wentz is an MVP of the league to me. Although I want to ask you this, Gene, speaking of that.
Sure.
You can answer his question also, but when you watch Drew Brees play, nobody's really talked about him being an MVP of this year, but I tell you what, he single-handedly brought that team back to beat Washington last night. They've won 8 games in a row after an 0-2 start. Drew Brees should get a lot of votes. He's been terrific.
Yeah, he's been a terrific player for a long, long time, and the Saints are the hottest team going, really.
LeGarrette Blount would face his old team if it came to that. Do you think Philadelphia-New England is going to be the end result?
They played in a Super Bowl in 2004 when everyone thought this will be the first Steelers-Eagles Super Bowl. That did not work out well, and it didn't work out well for the Eagles, who have never won a Super Bowl.
Yeah, I'd like to see an all-Pennsylvania Super Bowl. That'd be kind of neat.
Interesting. Yeah.
Line 4 we go. It's Lee in Everett. Hey, Lee, how you doing?
Hey, guys, good.
Good.
Question on punt returns. Seems like they either fair catch it when a guy's 10, 20 yards away, or if it's inside the 15-yard line, they let it roll down to the 1.
And your question is what?
Why is that? You didn't used to see that. We're giving up a lot of yards it's a minor criticism. Antonio Brown's so good in general, but on punt returns, he doesn't make things happen when it's inside the 20.
Yeah, the last thing you want to do is let a ball run all the way down to the 1 yard line. If you could field it at around the 20 and prevent that from happening, I would always take a fair catch there, Gene. You?
Well, I agree with the caller. I think Antonio Brown has made some bad plays on these punt things. I mean, just as a rule of thumb, if you're standing on the 10, you're not supposed to catch that ball because they don't want you to drop it inside the 10. But outside of there, you have to kind of be aggressive on it. And you're right also in the aspect that he's taken a lot of fair catches that I thought were unnecessary. On the other hand, he has not gotten hurt on a punt return, so that's a good thing.
That's a good thing, and you know you need him at wide receiver the way he's playing right now, coming off 10 catches, 144 yards, and 3 touchdowns against the Titans. We'll take a break. We have Brad, Jeff, Ken, and Steve all on the line. We'll get to your calls next right here live on Pittsburgh CW.